Hey there, this is the Orlando Squadcast. It is your one-stop shop for all the latest news, history, and updates from the City Beautiful.
Ooh, yeah. The city is so huge, so there's a lot going on.
So tips, secrets, happenings, anything that's new that's happening, you're going to be hearing it here first. Join us as we explore the vibrant culture, people, and places that make Orlando so stinking special. Actually, so freaking special. It doesn't smell here. It doesn't smell. It smells great, like orange blossoms.
Yeah.
You know, my hometown smells.
Yeah.
Like soybeans.
Ooh.
Actually, Decatur smells like hot dog food.
This is for where you're from?
Yeah, I'm from Decatur.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's why I moved to Orlando.
Yeah.
that
He
makes
likes
sense.
Oranges.
Because
Yeah.
it's the City Beautiful.
Yep.
Mhm.
So if you're listening, get ready to be in the know and stay in the know with the Orlando Squadcast.
Yes.
Everybody, hello and welcome. My name is Jonathan Spiegel. I am your host today. Thank you so much for tuning and joining in on all those streaming platforms, video platforms, and also those podcast platforms. Thank you so much. But I'm not here by myself. I'm here with two other people, but directly to my right is one guy looking dapper. He's got a 3-buttoned polo on today.
Mhm.
It looks like he just got done hitting some links.
Ooh.
Mark, how you doing today, Mark?
I'm fantastic. Hitting the links. I haven't done that in a really long time.
I haven't
Speaking
either.
of Orlando and amazing things, the golf courses here are good.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Dude,
How
I
are ya?
read the other
I'm feeling
day.
good. I'm feeling fresh. I'm feeling excited to be here.
There's over 100 golf things to do here in Orlando.
Speaking of,
I believe it.
speaking of, well, he's chirping in over there. Let's introduce Rob Stack
What
as
is
well.
up?
What's up, buddy?
everybody.
He was just itching. He's like, I want to
I'll
talk.
be like, we're talking about golf? I
I'm
want to
in.
get in on this.
You're in.
Yeah.
How you doing, Rob?
I'm doing good. You guys are looking fresh, juicy. Mark, I love those blue kicks.
These are Patrick Mahomes shoes.
I feel like every
have
time I
his
see
brand.
you, your shoes get brighter and more colorful.
Yeah, it's my thing. I'm creating. I want it to be my thing.
Well, you do
I
it
think
very
that's okay
well.
with it.
Listen, if you're new, thanks for tuning in. If you're a longtime listener, thanks for tuning back in. We love you. If you haven't already, please subscribe as we'll be releasing new content every Wednesday. Our goal here is to provide valuable content to our listeners and for those who live in and love Orlando. We want to connect our great community and share everything and everyone that helped make the city beautiful. Beautiful. That's
That's
right.
fun.
Hey, guys, did you hear?
What? I didn't hear what.
Dude.
We were nominated for Best Local Podcast
I
by
heard.
Orlando Weekly.
Yes,
Yeah, I heard that. I heard
You heard that?
Pretty
That's
cool,
amazing.
right?
I know,
Thank
you told
to
me.
the listeners.
Thank you
Yeah.
all.
Viewers.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing.
Isn't that fantastic?
But the voting ends July 17th.
Yeah, so if you can, please go to our website, www.orlandosquadcast.com, and cast your vote for us, because
Yeah.
that would be amazing.
Thank you so much, Orlando Weekly, and everybody that's been listening so far. We really appreciate the nomination. This is pretty cool.
It is
guys,
cool.
it's been a really fun journey. I'm having so much fun doing this podcast.
Yeah.
And I hope
Yep.
we continue to
It
grow.
makes me love
and-
this city even more.
It does.
does.
You know what? Because the more information that I feel like that we gather about this city, it just like increases our
Oh yeah. Every
connection
time
with
I'm
it.
out
Yeah,
and
for
about
sure.
now, I'm like, ooh, like I'm just paying attention so much more to like
know.
how cool it is.
Yeah.
As opposed to being mad at the traffic.
Keeping your ear to the ground. for
Yeah, I feel like
everything
before I
happening.
was just like always pissed at I-4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'll endure it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No.
You know,
It's not bad.
I won't do the express lane today.
I will say another thing real quick, since speaking of our website,
Mm-hmm.
we are looking for sponsors for the
Oh,
show. We already have
yes.
2 amazing sponsors,
Yeah.
but we're going to open that up to any more small businesses or
Mm-hmm.
people or
Orlando famous people
yeah,
that
if you want to sponsor our
more
show,
awareness.
we have some packages coming out. We're pretty excited about
This
that you can-
episode is brought to you by Minin.
By a minute. That would
By
be pretty
By
cool.
minute.
Are they still around?
I don't know.
Anyway,
probably.
sponsors, and if you want to be a guest or think that you know somebody in the guest, if you go to our website, there's 2 links there. You can sign up for it, and we'll get you on here.
Yeah, we're
'cause
always love to have
you know, we have
great
some-
guests with
yeah.
great stories that are deep
Speaking
roots
of the
into the
guest
city.
today,
We have
yeah.
a wonderful guest today.
Oh yeah.
This guy is hilarious.
Yep.
We got a wonderful guest today. His name's Brendan O'Connor.
I'm
He's-
excited.
He's Orlando famous.
He is.
As they
he's
say.
what is
The
the
Orlando
The
Bungalower.
Orlando Bungalower.
His
Bungalower.
Instagram is on fire.
It
I
is
know.
on
I've been
fire.
creeping him for a while now.
You have, yeah,
I
you said
have
you
been.
will.
I was really excited whenever
He-
we got him on the
I mean,
show.
his page kind of does what the Orlando Home Squad page does,
Yeah.
where he's like
Mm-hmm.
he's goes out and explores a lot of the city and explores the different
Yeah.
places and restaurants and
Yeah.
events
Super
and
excited
happenings.
to pick his
Yeah.
brain about his,
yeah, I want to get to
what he
I want to
thinks
get
about
to
the
kind
city.
of
His
figure
favorite
out
places.
what his favorites are.
And his account kind of blew up during COVID. I
Yeah.
think that's when he doubled down on his stuff. So I'd be interested to hear his story and how he got to where he got.
So listen to the end,
We're
guys.
going to be able to talk to him and
Yeah.
get some more inside information on Orlando.
Yeah.
So
Ready for the
Is it
classic?
time?
It's time.
Is it time to
Throw
down.
Throw it down.
Throw down.
And for those of you listening, we are working on a soundbite, so we don't have to just keep
Yelling
going.
it into the microphone.
yeah,
Yeah,
it'll be Orlando based.
It's going to be a cool soundbite.
It will be locally made.
All right, so I'm going to start it off with local yokel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
What?
Did you do anything fun this
Fun
weekend?
this week?
Oh, right.
Did you do
Oh,
anything
me
fun?
myself?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, did I have some fun this weekend? Yes, I did.
What'd you do? What'd you do?
Well, I just got back from an amazing trip. I just went to Italy
What?
for 10 days.
The real one or Epcot?
The real one.
Oh, okay.
And let me tell you, they're very similar. They're very similar.
It's pretty much the same.
Pretty much the same.
Right.
Except in real Italy, they have cars that zoom by you from every direction at any
like Frogger?
kilometer per hour.
Wow,
yeah,
that
like
sounds-
Frogger. Exactly. It's like Frogger, but it's Froger.
Okay, so
You know?
are there a lot of Vespas there?
There are a lot of Vespas, yes.
Okay.
And they also just drive anywhere they want
Okay, give
to.
us your favorite thing you did while you're there.
Favorite thing that I did,
And you just went you and your wife, right?
me and my wife, the kids were at home taken care of. We left them with the dog. He
Great.
took really great care
Yeah,
of him
your dog's
for
awesome.
10 days. So probably the most favorite thing that I did was ride around in a boat on Lake Como. I got to see where Casino Royale was filmed
No way.
and where Padme and Anakin Skywalker got married.
No
in,
way.
In episode 1.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I do
you remember
remember
that?
that, too.
And
Were
they had
they
that
there?
whole romantic
Are they
getaway.
still there?
They have statues of them there,
That's
like
cool.
looking out. And he's saying, "I hate sand."
Right.
You know, one of those moody moments.
Yeah.
But that was probably the most beautiful. Like everywhere you look is so picturesque. And
Let me ask you this: was it hard to get around not speaking the language, or was it?
hell, oh wait, it was hard. Hell, yes, it was hard to get around. No, because we didn't speak the language. Because I had an app on my Google Pixel.
Oh yeah,
You know, where I could literally they could talk into this app and
Mhm.
it'll translate it for me in real time.
I love that app.
So I was able to have conversations with them.
Did you find that a lot of people spoke English though?
Yeah, a lot of
A
people
good
spoke
amount.
English.
Yeah. I noticed that
Um,
when I went out of the country too, and I went to Europe. A lot
So
of
what's-
people spoke
What's
English.
better, Orlando or Italy?
I would have to say Orlando, Italy.
Mm,
Both. They tie.
Orlando, Italy. It's the
Yeah,
same.
it's the same.
It's
It's,
the
kind
same.
of the same thing. You
Yeah.
know, Lake Eola, Lake Como.
Yep.
Same.
You know what I mean?
Same.
Same
sure.
Do they have
thing. Isn't there a
do they have
Lake Como
swans?
here?
Probably not.
No, they don't
I
have
think there is a
swans.
Lake Como
I
here.
feel like there is.
I felt like
think
I've
so.
seen it.
I know there's a Venice, Florida.
There is a
Yeah.
Venice, Florida.
So,
you are correct. Well,
well-
okay. Did your expectation of Italy meet the reality? Like
Yes.
yes.
Yes,
okay.
it did for sure. If you're able to travel anywhere, definitely check that place out.
Okay.
The food, the pasta, the culture, the people, it's really, really great. But going back to the transportation thing that I was going to say, hell no, transportation was crazy.
Was it?
Because everything is like at a 75-degree angle straight up.
Oh,
So you're hiking
yeah.
It's
like,
like Claremont.
like a damn billy goat up
On
these
steroids.
bluffs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just like Claremont.
Yeah, the
Italy's
hills.
just like Claremont. But if you go a little bit further out, that's a little bit more Groveland.
Okay.
You know,
Oh, right.
so a little bit more country.
Right, little
Mineola.
slower pace,
Yeah.
but up and coming.
Yeah.
hills
Right.
are alive in Groveland.
All right, now it's time.
Now,
Now
it's
it's
time
time.
for the O-Town Throwdown. Thank you.
Local yokel. All right, you guys ready for this one?
Yeah, give it up.
Ooh,
Serve
it's
it.
gonna be good. Okay, I'm excited to bring you an event that's happening right in our vibrant Thornton Park district. Get ready for the TPD 9th annual Putt and Pour. Yep. It's events like no other. It's
and
part
pour.
pub crawl, part miniature golf, and all about having a blast with friends and neighbors right here in our local community.
That's a lot of
Yep.
peas.
That is a lot
So
of peas.
it's a lot, but it's miniature golf and pub crawling.
I'm freaking in.
So
like Flynn.
each bar sets up their own miniature golf course in there.
That's
Like a little
cool.
thing, right?
What?
So I'm going to give you the details. So it's a unique fusion of golfing and pub crawling. It brings together some of the best bars and restaurants in Thornton Park District, each designing and building their own custom golf holes.
Get
Doesn't
out of
that sound
here.
awesome? What?
How many holes is each place going to have?
I don't know. I don't know that. I think it's surprised.
Come
You make your way through the course. You'll not only enjoy fantastic beverage specials, but also have a chance to win awesome prizes along the way. It's a combination of friendly competition, socializing, and exploring our local businesses.
I
Doesn't this
love
sound
that.
amazing?
It's
Yeah.
all walkable.
Yeah, where? The event starts at TPD Circle, located at 431 East Central Boulevard,
Uh-huh.
aka, or right by
What are you saying?
Aku
TPD?
Aku
TPD?
TPD Circle.
So-
TPD.
No, you're not
431.
saying to be determined.
No,
You're
Thornton
saying
Park District.
Thornton
Thornton
Park,
Park-
District.
Yep, Circle.
TPD.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
You'll check in and receive your scorecards. Your adventure accumulates with an epic post party at the 808.
Shut up.
Yep.
So it's probably
Where
like
you can enjoy drink specials and participate in raffles. Yep.
Yeah.
Mark your calendars. Let me give you the dates. You ready?
Yep.
The date.
The date.
Saturday, July 22nd.
Oh, you get one
Boom.
day.
Yep. Early bird tickets are available at a discounted rate, allowing you to secure your spot and save some cash.
Cool.
So you have to
I
get
like
a
that.
ticket. It's a ticketed
It's a
event.
ticketed
Okay,
event.
cool.
Pay to play.
Pay to play.
Pay to play.
And
pay
drink.
to play to putt and
But just look up
Pay to play.
pay
putt
to
and
play
drink.
and
putt and pour.
pour.
Putt and pour. When I read this, I was like, this is Spiegel.
Dude, this
like,
is me written all over
Yeah,
it.
like
Yeah,
can you
I
imagine?
wanna
You're gonna
do this.
Dominate.
Oh my gosh.
You're a putt fan?
I am a lover
Oh,
of
that's
all
right,
things
'cause you
putt-putt.
guys
You went to
Went-
Pop Stroke.
You went to Pop Stroke.
Oh man, that was
together.
Rob,
so
have you
fun.
heard of Pop Stroke?
Shut the.
Shut up. You and I should go to this since we're such good
We should
avid
go.
miniature
I wonder
golf-
if there's a maybe way we could get a third to go with us.
Hey guys,
We could-
this
I'm
just
sure
in.
one of our listeners.
This
Yeah.
just in. Rob Stack quits podcast.
Just when we're nominated too.
no.
Yeah, but didn't this sound this?
That sounds
this
freaking
sounds
awesome.
This sounds great. We should do it together.
Let's all
Have
do
you
it
ever-
together.
Have
Let's
you
all
ever-
do it together.
Okay. Have you done a pub crawl before? We've done pub crawl, right?
I've done pub crawls.
I haven't done a
I did
pub
a real
crawl
quick
since college.
Key
but-
West.
I did
was the last
a.
place I
It's
did
similar
pub
to
crawl.
this, so like
Probably
I'm
did
sure
one
they
there
took
too.
my
Pub
idea.
crawl.
When I was on tour with a show I did a long time ago, we were in Pittsburgh and we did it was like a golf idea pub crawl,
Uh-huh.
and you went to each bar and each drink was like a shot. And
Oh.
not I mean like a shot. So like if you took a shot of something, it was one stroke. Mixed
Oh,
drink was 2
God.
strokes. A beer was 3 strokes, and a water was 4 strokes. So we went to like 9 bars. That sound fun?
Dude, it
this
sounds
is
like
I
a
was much
great-
younger.
It sounds like a great way to get alcohol poisoning.
Oh my god, there was not so. But again, you have to be at each bar for 30 minutes.
Okay.
So like it's
Okay.
kind of at the beginning you're just like
Well-paced.
kind of bored.
Yeah.
So you take your one
Right.
shot and you have to sit there for 29 minutes. But by the time you get to the 7th bar, you're hammered.
Oh my word! It's
yeah,
just
but
like real
you're,
golf.
it's also a nice slow burn. You're not
Yeah.
like drinking, and everybody's
Right.
on the. If everybody does it the same, you're on the same pace.
Yeah.
right. Oh
You know
my
what I mean?
goodness gracious!
So by 3 or 4, but then what? People got excited.
Mhm,
I watched
mhm.
this happen, and they would order a shot, and they would sit there for 10 minutes. Like, well, now I want to drink more.
Yeah.
So they'd get a second drink that what didn't count against their score. It was just like a freebie, right?
First
It was like
mistake.
a driving
First,
range.
yeah. If
Right.
you're playing a game, you're
They didn't
just,
make it to hole 9. I'll tell you
No,
that
of
right
course
now.
not.
No.
It sounds like a.
It sounds like this though.
a segmented version of Power Hour.
Yeah, it's what it was. That's what it
Yeah.
was. So anyway,
Double bogey right off the get go. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
if you're just
yeah.
going out and you're just like, yo, let me get a shot in a beer, man.
yeah,
You're out, dude.
You're
You're
out.
out. By
Just
the
one-
third
just
hole,
one
you're
shot.
also
Be
just
like,
yeah.
You didn't
I
come
did
to
9.
play.
Most of us just did 9 shots in a row, which isn't that much, but when you
Yeah.
do it, we started shrinking the time too because people were getting so bored. I was like, we can do 10 minutes, but that's.
I just
But
lied
we
a
walked
moment
from bar to
ago.
bar. It was really fun.
I just lied. I said I hadn't been on a pub crawl since college. I went on one in Key West, and it was
Oh.
like literally a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
All right, that's local Yoko. I think
like
everybody
it.
should do that.
I like
I,
it.
That's
I would
fun.
love to do
Putt
that.
and pour.
Yeah,
Putt and
let's
pour.
go to our local.
Park Narc.
Park Nork. So, speaking of alcohol,
Mhm.
that's kind of, I guess, that might be the theme of today.
Mhm.
Depending on what day you're listening to it on,
Right.
you know, Cinco de Mayo is done, so
Yep.
this might be another
It
drinking
is.
holiday. But there is there's a cool thing that you can do in certain places within Disney Hollywood Studios. Okay, they have full bars in a couple of places in Hollywood Studios. Okay.
Okay.
One of them is just whenever you get out of Muppets 3D.
Okay.
There's a full bar as you're exiting to the right-hand side. Okay. Wait, hold on. No, that's not right.
I'm trying to think of Muppets 3D.
Muppets
too.
3D.
Right. Galaxy's Edge.
Yes.
It's by Galaxy's Edge. So it's before you go into Galaxy's Edge.
Yes.
Okay. There's a full bar, and it has like, alcohol, booze, and all that kind of stuff. There's another one just behind Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah.
There's the Indiana Jones one, right?
Oh, kind of right in the front.
It's kind of right in the front.
Yeah.
So another little open bar thing there too. So in Epcot, typically if you're going to be doing, so I'm going to switch pace. If you're going to Epcot and you want to do a little bit of drinking, right?
Mhm.
They now have open on the west side. If you go into Epcot and you make a left, you can go into another full bar over there.
Okay.
Okay, it's just past the big large stores where you can do a bunch of shopping at
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
right? And then if you go to the right-hand side, if you just want like a little beer or something over by Soarin', if you can make a right, then you can go over there and get like just like a nice little Heineken or maybe a Blue Moon or something
Okay.
like that,
Mhm.
and you can continue your way around to the World Showcase.
Okay.
Because otherwise you're waiting until Mexico,
Right.
or if you're going to
Well, yeah,
Canada.
'cause a
And
lot
that's
of
a
the-
classic
a lot
place
of the
where
kiosks
most people start.
Most
Right.
people
Places,
start there.
but at studios and Epcot, a lot of the kiosks are just like, here's your 2 drinks.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it's just a tiny menu, but that you're
Yep.
saying like those are the places if you just want like a
Like a full bar. If you just want like a drink, you can go
gin and
post up
tonic or
a gin and tonic
you
or
can
something
pick
like
a
that.
gin or a
Yep.
vodka Sprite or whatever.
for sure.
Instead of being like, I'll take the
Mhm.
Chewbacca special.
Magic Kingdom doesn't have anywhere where you can get alcohol except for
It's
at
a
table
dry park,
service.
right?
Yeah.
It's a dry bar, but at table service places you can get alcohol.
Yeah, that's like
Oh.
what 5 years ago they added it.
5 years ago.
Yeah. So-
actually 2012.
Is when they
Back in
added
2012.
drinking
Did they really?
They did
at the restaurants.
at the restaurants.
That's exciting.
Okay.
Yep.
I've
for sure.
I partook in that.
But no
Partake,
hard
partook.
alcohol.
Partook.
It's only like wine, ciders, and beers and
Beers.
stuff like that.
Yes.
So like
Nothing
that's kind of
hard.
the hidden
No
things,
hard
like,
liquor at
no hard
Magic
liquor.
Kingdom.
Yep.
No.
This is an alcohol-based podcast now.
It is. You know,
Sponsored
July.
by
brought to you by
Grey Goose.
Smirnoff.
Captain Morgan.
Yeah, they can sponsor it. Hey, if you're looking to sponsor a show,
www.orlandosquadcast.com.
And
Dude, that's fun.
Yeah, and I'll reveal some other ones. There's like one more that I really enjoy. It's going to be in Animal Kingdom.
okay.
So if you're going into Animal
And these are
Kingdom,
new bars. Sorry, I didn't interrupt. These are new bars or
These
just
are
like
not new
hidden
bars.
bars?
No,
These
they're
are
just
hidden
the
bars.
full bars.
Full
Just
bars.
full
bars. Okay.
full hidden bars.
Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of times, again, I go to Epcot and I don't really want
Mhm.
what they're offering.
Yeah.
I'm like, or if I don't want a beer because I'm like, it's hot
Yeah.
and I'm bloated already from eating all these snacks.
Yeah.
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 So
you've
you
been
can
hiking
get
I
around.
want a
Something.
nice
I want a
rum
nice
and Coke.
rum and coke.
You
I
know
want
what
a
I mean?
nice
Jack and Coke.
Ooh,
G&T.
yeah.
Let me get a marg.
Thanks for that
No
update. I
salt.
like that.
Yeah.
For
What's
sure.
your progress about the new bar?
This just in, guys.
Yeah.
There's a new bar.
Yeah, new alcohol
Nude bar.
store.
Sorry.
All right, so let's go to progress.
Progress? Okay,
All right, what's
guys.
coming? What's coming?
All right, so this one's probably going to be a bigger one. It's going to be like a series, so I'll do a little sub-series within this one.
Okay.
But Orlando Tourism Corridor expected to get more than $4 billion of high-profile development plan for 2023 and beyond in the iDrive area. So iDrive is basically going to do this massive renovation project. There's going to be a lot coming. So a lot of new hotels, new rides, new lands. I think. Let me see.
Like rides?
Yeah,
Like-
like new
like
areas,
roller
kind of
coaster
like
rides
you know
and
how they
stuff?
have like the
wheel and stuff?
wheel and
Yeah.
the star flyer thing.
Uh-huh.
So there's going to be a lot more of that stuff. Let's see.
Ooh.
Las Vegas attraction area.
Oh, cool.
51 is
You
coming
like,
to Orlando.
You like hang off the top thing?
Yeah, so that's
What?
coming. It's going to be on the southeast corner of I-4 at the intersection of Lake Street and Regency Village Park. A 3,000 square foot immersive art experience and event center will be built too. The Grand Bainbridge Universal Major Apartments is going to be there. Point Orlando is going to be getting 3 new attractions, new restaurants. I mean, just
I think
massive.
that's solid. The thing is, what I want to know, and I don't know if
Ooh.
if it's said yet, is like, are they going to put in more like roads for the traffic? You know what I mean? Or
Yes.
or like roundabouts where you can don't have to, you know?
They're
I'm
going to
saying?
be expanding Kirkman Road.
Great.
They're
I
going to
love
be working
Kirkman.
on all that stuff because, again, that is a massive problem.
I think that's great. To me, iDrive, it's like it's kind of it's for a local. We've been treating it kind of rough.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? We all
Yeah.
like whenever you say iDrive, you're like, ugh.
Right.
I know.
And I'm like, but it's right in the middle. Like,
Yeah.
or it's right. It's like the
I
heart
know.
of Orlando when you think about it, between downtown and Disney and the
Oh,
airport.
yeah. It's smack dab in the middle.
So, you know, that's the one thing everybody always passes. And the wheel to me is made it, I think it looks cool. You can kind of see it from everywhere. It's it's a landmark now.
It's
as
Icon
opposed to an
Park, right?
attraction,
Right.
it's iconic.
Right.
Yeah. So if they make it even better and bigger and cleaner,
Cleaner. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
then I think
Mhm.
it could be progress.
I think so too. I think it was overdue and needed some revitalization. So I'm glad
Yeah.
that it's finally coming.
I think so too. I don't want too much to go in that area though.
Okay.
Because there's also the rumors of the baseball team potentially having some space down there.
Yeah,
a lot of
Right
space.
off
Well,
of
that's-
International is where the new Universal Park is being built.
Yes.
So it's like,
Well,
and
there's
that's
more
also by the
space over there than
convention
we
center.
think.
So-
There's
know,
a
when you
lot
drive-
of
yeah.
space. Like when you go by Topgolf, there's a lot of space over in that
Yeah.
area. So that's where I think they plan on doing the stadium.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So like,
they're not going to tear up what's already there.
No,
they're going to
correct.
build it on empty
Yeah.
land, right?
okay. Yeah, that's progress. To me.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can't wait till
progress.
they see 192 revitalization, which is already
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of
with Margaritaville.
started by Margaritaville, and they're doing a lot more shops, a lot
It
more
needs to go down by
restaurants.
Kissimmee a little bit.
We need to go
Yeah,
on
we
the
need to
other
clean
side
that
of
up.
I-4.
You know, we need to clean up a little bit of Kissimmee where the
Yep.
old mile markers are.
Yeah.
You know,
agreed.
maybe do a little facelift on Capone's.
On and
That
Old Town,
whole-
Old Town,
area.
too.
So that
Old
whole
Town.
area, I think, is expecting to get some revitalization money coming that way because I
Mhm.
think they're gonna. I heard this. There was a plan to connect that area with another expressway.
Oh, yeah.
So you know we have
Oh, I remember we talked about
429
that
that
before.
goes down to
Yep.
Apopka and then it
Yep.
circles back to kind of East Orlando.
Yeah.
And then 417 cuts right through there.
Correct. So they want to continue that
Nice.
loop. It's
Uh-huh.
basically going to be a loop all around Orlando, and it's going to connect
Yeah.
basically the Kissimmee area back to I-4.
That's great.
I dig it.
I'm in.
I'm in for that too.
Speaking of Orlando people,
Oh, yes. Is
would
it
you guys
time?
like to get down with the Bungalower?
let's get down.
Let's
Let's
get
get down with the Bungalower.
All right, everybody,
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Boy, oh, girls, do we have a show for you today. Brendan O'Connor, the Orlando Bungalower, editor of Bungalower.com, host of Restaurants on the Radar, co-host of Bungalower on the Bus on Real Radio 104.1 FM, co-author of 100 Things to Do in Orlando Before You Die. Always a good thing to know. I always think of the best things to do after I pass away. Yeah. And CFL 100 contributor. He is a very high energy, people-oriented, professional creative mind with over 2 decades, that's 20 years, of service-oriented jobs experience behind him. He revels in every opportunity to create blue sky, interesting and innovative solutions, and he has also having the proven ability to connect all of the dots and cultivate productive relationships between disparate stakeholders. Bringing people together from all over the Central Florida community, the 407 welcomes Mr. Brendan O'Connor, Orlando Bungalower.
How about that introduction?
That was a good
Oh
one.
my
You weren't
gosh.
expecting
Yeah,
that,
he's
were you?
dramatic, too.
Did I send you that?
You did.
I did?
Yes.
It's too long. I apologize.
No, it's not.
I know everything now.
I added a little flourish, but I thought it was just
It
the
was
right
really
amount.
good.
Yeah,
You're
thank you.
Dropped in.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you so much for joining
I
us.
feel welcome.
All right, so Brendan, let's start at the top.
Uh-huh.
Are you
A
for?
very
Are you?
good place to start.
Are you from here in Orlando?
No, I'm from Canada.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Okay, groovy.
I'm a
Tell us about that.
Canadian. I'm from Northern Ontario.
What'd you call yourself?
A gay Canadian.
A gay Canadian.
Canadian. I love that.
Great.
Yeah.
You're from Ontario.
Yeah, Northern
Beautiful.
Ontario.
Does your
Beautiful.
rainbow flag have like an extra color of pine in there?
Yeah, just the scent. It's scented.
It's
Yeah.
scented.
Yeah.
That is
If you
awesome.
suck on it, there's a little bit of maple syrup.
Just a little, just a smidge.
It's smidgen pigeon.
rainbow.
Yeah. Yeah, middle of nowhere, came down to work at Epcot in the Canadian Steakhouse.
Oh my god.
When was that? How long ago?
Oh, I don't know. Who counts? Like 15 years ago?
Couple of years ago.
College
Yeah.
program, post-college college program.
Yeah, well,
or-
they call it the international program, but if you
Yes,
live
that's
with
right.
those college program kids.
Yes.
But we were the ones making money because we were serving and getting
That's right.
tips.
Oh,
Mhm.
nice.
I made like $100,000 a year just like serving.
No
tips.
way.
Here.
Yeah.
Get out
so
of town.
Good.
Yeah,
How
just
old were
3
you?
years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, amazing.
How old were you making that money after college and stuff?
I hadn't even gone to college, so I was
Perfect.
I was 19 when I
Yeah.
came down, and then I got an extension, and I turned 21 before I went back to Canada.
Did you want to do this? Was this something that you wanted to do, or was it an opportunity
I
that
didn't
fell in your
even
lap?
know anything about it. I was an exchange student when I was 16, and I was babysitting for some Canadian ambassadors in Turkey, and they had a nephew that had done the program.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, how is this even an option? I've never heard of this before. And again, I'm from like a logging community. Like,
Really?
Right.
like we had a dog sled team.
Wow.
I didn't know there was an option
To do anything.
Yeah, to leave the country and
Yeah.
make money. What are you talking
In
about?
America. Yeah.
Right. So I jumped on it.
So was that a big like culture change? Like was that massively different for you, or is it jarring?
Well, after the exchange program, no, it was fine.
Mhm.
It was just another thing.
So
another
notch on that
scene.
belt.
Yeah.
of experience.
Thank
How long were you
you.
at Epcot then? Like in there working?
I did the program for I want to say 15 months.
Okay.
Yeah, and then my mom's American, so I took out my American
There you go.
passport
Yeah.
for the first time and came back,
Okay.
and I was seasonal for a bit.
At Epcot? Same
just
place?
picking up shifts.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then I went to Rollins and just kind of stuck around.
Yeah. So now you've become this massive online presence and
Oh.
influencer, which is super cool that you're here.
I love coming
How'd
here.
you get there?
I know.
Like you just like nobody just is like, this is what I'm gonna do, especially back then.
Oh, I
you
had
know?
no idea. I went to school for city planning. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Environmental growth management at Rollins College. I did the night program. Same diploma though. I don't know why I always have to tell people it was the night program.
It always just falls out of your mouth. That's
because-
part
I
of
don't
your
know.
story. It's-
It's a little bit more clout. You're
Is
like,
it?
well, I went to night
that
school.
means you were hustling. You were working
Yeah,
in the day
like,
and
I
school
was-
at night.
It's
So
a different
that's
group
what
of
that is.
people too.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
Yeah, it's all moms and people with
Working
second
people, yeah.
careers.
That's
And,
Yeah.
cool.
yeah, air conditioner supply people who wanted to get a degree in something. Yeah, it was really cool smorgasbord
Yeah.
of people at the.
Did
night
you go
program.
straight into that career then?
I didn't. I kind of fell into. Do y'all remember Urban Rethink?
No.
It was like the first co-working space in town. It was in an old bookshop. Then it became like a co-working space. They did events. It's where there's a bridal shop right next to SoCo and Thornton
Yes.
Park.
Okay.
Right there. So I was like their program director for a bit. I
Wow.
worked for the
Oh,
city
wow.
of Winter Park and their sustainability program. Like came up with their volunteer program if people wanted to do cleanups. Like I kind of came up with the standard operating procedures for stuff like that.
Right.
We did the sustainability action plan for the city of Winter Park, which was cool.
That is
Wow.
cool.
But then I just started like doing my own events just for fun.
Uh-huh.
And because of that, Orlando Weekly recruited me to be their event editor, which I'm not like a strong writer, which is so funny because it's my job now.
Right. That's what you do.
Yeah, it is. Which I always have to pinch myself. Like, what are you doing?
This isn't what you
Right?
planned.
Thank God for ChatGPT.
Thank
But
Right.
Yeah.
which I don't use. I'm
Right
just
place,
kidding.
right time.
You invented it.
And then I was offered a job with Bungalower. My friend Matt Brofman started it. He actually offered it he got recruited by the city of Orlando to be their director of innovation, which is just a made up role. They liked what he was doing, like communicating with the people about things that were happening at City Hall. They offered him a job. He offered the gig to my boyfriend, who said, no, give it to Brendan. He hates working for the Weekly. Let's get him out of there and he'd be great at this. And he was right. I loved it.
Wow.
When I got it, it was just the blog. And they didn't really do anything else.
Yeah.
So you took it in its
yeah.
infancy and turned it into what it is today.
Yes, yes.
And it started more as as like an actual writing editorial. You're reviewing kind of things. You're seeing certain things, and now it's more transitioned to the social media. Like this is the news here around Orlando.
Yeah, just a news
kind of thing.
hyper local news website.
So how did you get the line on what was going to be happening whenever you first started out? Before people obviously maybe started contacting you, would you just be like,
Yeah. How'd the hustle start?
how'd the hustle start?
Matt kind of had a formula. He had been working for the Sentinel when he started Bungalower. And he started Bungalower, I believe he got a grant from the Knight Foundation just to prove that hyper-local news could happen. And he had an idea for wallet share versus market share. The Sentinel, Orlando Weekly, they kind of chase the advertising dollars. So their coverage area expands. But he was like, if you just focus on this core area and then engage those readers on as many levels as possible, they will eventually all buy in. That should be a model that could work. Let's see if it works. And so he was one of the first to do like a membership program. Like in the state. Nobody was really doing that. We were mailing out like vouchers to people.
Yeah.
You'd pay at least $10 a month, and then you'd get like $10 worth of like coupons.
Free stuff.
Yeah. Which I hated. I hated doing that so much. But then we evolved that into like a buy local program where you get a keychain and it unlocks discounts. You just show your keychain.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
And I don't have to do coupons anymore.
Yeah.
A lot of cutting, a lot of paper cuts as well.
Too much.
Yeah.
Not environmentally friendly either.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're
There was
doing
something
QR
fun about
codes
a
now?
Snail mail.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a tangent.
No, that's all right.
do you still do things in snail mail?
No, we're talking about transition. We have a magazine that I launched because we wanted something print. We realized that every audience was different. Every
Right.
platform
They consume
was different.
content different, right?
Yeah.
Some of it's
And they're
reading,
different people
visual.
together.
Yeah.
There
Completely
too.
different
But they have
people.
the same interests, so you want to tap on all those resources.
They want to be plugged in to
Correct.
something here in Orlando.
Yes.
And for whatever reason, we haven't fucked up yet.
Yeah.
So it's my first cuss bomb.
I love it.
Appropriate.
Worth it. Yeah.
Appropriate.
So people trust us.
Yeah.
So, knock on wood, we haven't messed that up yet.
Yeah.
And so the more every platform we get, we have like the real radio. That listenership is completely different from who's going to Instagram, and our Facebook followers are even different from our Instagram followers.
Yeah.
The people who are picking up the print magazine at East End Market are going to be different from whoever. So we just are just trying to reach as many people as possible.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. So you just said they trust us. How did you gain that trust?
Is it consistency?
Oh man, you know what? Yes, that's the biggest thing. And you're going to find that too in the podcast world. You're relatively new to it, right? So
Yes.
like the consistency of just continuing to do it. on a regular basis,
Yes.
so people know you're going to show
Right.
up. You're going to continue to do what you're doing. That's the biggest thing, especially for podcasts.
Yeah. Well, luckily for us, we're real estate agents, and so we rely heavily on systems, and so we just rolled this into a system as well.
Yeah.
Which sometimes systems aren't sexy for people, which I think is why they phase out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But even you said you did standing operator procedures for a different company, so you already you know how the importance of that, even though it's super boring.
Yeah.
But you're like, if there's no procedure in it, then
You need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an essential component of a functioning business.
Keep talking.
Yeah, I would like to have structure with a little bit of fluidity.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's always room for, especially with what we all do. There's no real time. It's not like I have to be here and I'll be here for exactly this amount of time. Sometimes things go longer.
Yeah,
Sometimes something
fluidity
happens early.
keeps it fresh.
Yes.
Right. And that's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yes.
Freshness is exciting for the
Freshness
listener.
is exciting.
So how do you
Exactly,
keep that consistency? What's the team? What does the business look like?
Just grind hard, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just got to grind hard.
What's your daily life look like then?
I'm a bad boyfriend. Like I just work.
I wake up as a bad
wake up
boyfriend.
Yeah, we have all accepted
Expectations
it.
are set.
Bad
Yeah.
friend,
Sure,
bad boyfriend.
I don't show up.
don't walk my dog enough.
I won't text back.
So you're failing in every other part of your life except for this one.
Except for work.
Because you can't fuck it
as
up.
long as you
Right.
focus.
And
fuck it up.
I can't. That's my egg, my delicate egg that I'm balancing on my hand, and I'm pushing people aside just to get
So you
to
wake
the
up,
finish line.
you whisper to your
my
egg,
gosh.
I won't drop you.
I won't drop you.
I'm gonna be a bad boyfriend.
Everything else is fucked, but you, egg,
You and I are
you're gonna
like,
make
we're
it.
set.
Yeah,
I got you.
yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Now I need to talk to a therapist.
That's the next episode.
Yeah, I just grind hard. I work all the time. Like
Yeah.
but that's news. That's like the news
Yeah.
cycle. Before this, you wanted me to come early and I couldn't because I was in a
Right.
I
panel
figured.
thing with
You're so busy.
I every moment is scheduled.
It's scheduled. In fact.
And that's if I don't have my phone, if I don't have my calendar set, I'm adrift.
Yeah.
And then that's
How
when
late do you usually
chaos
go
happens.
for during your nighttime, and you're like, all right, no more business at this point because
2 a.m.
oh my goodness,
Every
gracious.
day.
every day.
day.
Yeah, because there's more like writing happens at night.
Okay. That's when
Like-
you're creative.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I could be creative. I'm not bragging,
No,
but I
right.
could be creative whenever. But
Right.
But everybody else is doing shit during the day,
Mhm.
which means I need to be beholden to phone calls and
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
And then as soon as everybody goes to bed, that's when I can really
Work.
just crack
Isolate.
out all those stories.
Yeah.
I'm writing. I have a food column now with Orlando Magazine.
Yeah.
And they're starting to get me to do like travel stuff, and I have a new TV show coming out. And so it's just like
you're
the hustle is
incredibly
real.
Orlando
My goodness.
famous.
Yeah, you are what we call
When-
O-Town famous.
O-Town famous.
When,
I'll take
when would
it.
you
Yeah.
say you were like, oh, I think I'm locally famous? Like, when did you feel that? Because
I think I said
when-
it out loud once.
Did you really?
Yeah, to my boyfriend. We were trying to eat somewhere. Where was it? In College Park. He hated it. We were walking. We parked the car, and someone waved at me. We were going to the new. I can't even remember what it was.
it's such a crazy phenomenon, because I had lunch with Jared Benson, who's like TikTok famous around here. He like lives in like Sanford or something. And somebody noticed him when we were at Rocco's Tacos.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh, this is a thing now. Like, people are going to become like internet famous and locally famous
Social
and
media.
hyper
Yeah.
famous, which I think
Micro
is super.
influencers.
Micro
Yeah.
influencers.
Mhm.
I like
Yeah.
that term.
Yeah, and especially if you can engage them. You don't have to have 1 million followers, but if you have,
Mhm.
40,000 that
Yeah.
like
And you actually pay attention to
that
them,
pay
and listen
attention
to them,
and engage,
yeah.
and they show
Yeah.
up.
Those are relationships. Those are real relationships. They really are.
Yeah, they are. I'm
mean,
awful with names, but
You said it
The
again. You
handles,
gotta
I know.
show up. The handles. I know your handle like nobody's business.
Yeah.
So then why Orlando? I mean, I know you moved here and did this, but you obviously have a huge passion for it. You couldn't just do this without it. Like, you wouldn't be so successful.
it was not the plan.
Right.
I'll be honest. Like, it was. I don't know. Something. Orlando was great for just ideas.
It's something in the water, because we know we come from the performer world. So when we talk to people, they're like, I came down here to do a contract at Disney.
Yeah,
And then 10 years will go by, or 20
Sucks
years will
you
go
in.
by. So there's something here
it's
that
fertile ground.
It is
fertile,
fertile. Yeah.
But I feel like
Yeah.
all of us that are transplants here, we're like, I don't really know what it is, but we
Yeah.
love it here.
yes.
It's very receptive for new ideas, and I find like I'm kind of at the point now where I can't really go anywhere else because I can dream up something weird and then I know someone who I can call to fund it. I know a venue
Yeah.
that
You're
can
plugged
host
in.
it. Yeah, and that takes a long time to build. You
it
know, that's
does.
really valuable.
Sure.
But going back on that, I think Orlando, for the most part, business owners are very receptive to ideas. Be like, hey, can we have an event at your place because this? And they're like, yeah,
Yeah,
let's do it.
it.
Instead of being like, no, we don't do that. Or,
Yeah. Well,
you know?
because it's not a closed circuit and it's still growing we've seen how much growth Orlando's experienced in the last couple of years. And I think
2 million
they're
people in 2050.
Yeah.
crazy, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think there's a lot. I think that just in itself, that environment breeds more creativity, more collaborations and projects and working together.
It's always been a place where all types of communities, musicians, artists, we have such a great melting pot here in Orlando because of our space in the middle of the state, as well as the theme parks and things like that. But it's also,
I'm also aware of like my privilege as like a white friendly man.
Yeah.
You know,
for sure,
sassy gay, like that opens a lot of.
But you're
Yeah,
able
it's-
to be
yeah,
that way
exactly.
here in
But
Orlando.
it's very
right?
accepted here,
Yeah,
you
it's
know what I
very
mean?
accepted, and that's cool.
Yeah, to a point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I
And
mean,
we have our areas that,
Yeah.
the pockets.
Yeah, we drive.
I'm
through.
also like I'm on Real Radio, which is kind of a conservative station,
Right.
You know, so there's a Harlequin bit in that
mhm.
of people expecting me to be funny gay,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, which I give them sometimes.
I was like, you are.
Yeah,
you
I am.
check that box.
I can lean into that a little bit.
Yeah, and I do, and it's great and it's fun. But
Yeah.
but then you also have to like pepper it. It's your responsibility to pepper it with realism and let them
Yeah.
see the other side too.
Yeah, definitely,
Mhm.
definitely. And I that's what I do like about Orlando.
Mhm.
You have that great ability where all of us can just be in this city beautiful. You know, we can all coexist.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just I like Orlando in Florida. I think Orlando is a great place in Florida.
I think it's time for us to like step it up a little bit though.
I do
Hell
too.
yeah!
I can kind of see
Hell
like
yeah.
a plateau that's happened
Yeah.
since the pandemic, especially downtown.
Mhm.
And we work a lot. Like we're doing a big campaign now with the Downtown Development Board, just about, it's basically like Humans of New York, but like people downtown. Like, why are people downtown? And we're interviewing them, asking like, how did you?
Why
Are you here?
Yeah.
That's basically it. Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck are you doing
Yeah, because
downtown?
nobody comes
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
there.
Because you're hyper local. So you are
Yeah.
localized to the like downtown Orlando area.
The bungalow neighborhoods of downtown.
yeah.
So,
Thornton
gotcha.
Park, the districts, all the
yeah,
kind of historic
Cimarron to OBT and like Pine Lock to the tip of Winter Park.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I absorbed in Winter Park and
good absorption. That's a good
and
one.
West Lakes and Paramore. Like it was when I took over, it was really like the historic neighborhoods of downtown,
Mhm.
but it wasn't enough.
Right.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
I'm a glutton.
And there's so much more
It's-
out there.
Well, how do you
Needed
think
more
Orlando
lawyers.
How do you think Orlando could step it up to the next level? Like, do you have any ideas?
Yeah, I
Thoughts?
think a lot of it goes to City Hall.
Yeah.
The permitting process is cumbersome and prohibitive and a little elitist. And,
Mhm.
Unless you know somebody that you can call up at City Hall to make things easier for yourself, cut through some red tape, I don't see a lot of that happening.
Yeah.
And you have to have a big checkbook. Some of these, the fees associated with like, what are they called? Like if you're doing do you do commercial real estate?
Mm,
No.
mostly residential, yeah.
Impact fees.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
impact,
They could be even
More
more than
affordable.
buying the building.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Which is crazy. Someone
Yeah.
was trying to do a brewery over by the Orlando City Soccer. It was the guy that owned Wall Street who has tons of money. And they told him the impact fee would be like $150,000.
Yeah.
150
Just probably
grand.
pissed
I mean-
him off. He's like, I don't want to do that then.
Right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what are the impact fees? You've already redone the street and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
underneath
So
it.
we don't have state income tax, but we obviously have to get that money somewhere else.
Do we? What's the money going to? You know,
Right,
like if
right.
that's what I feel
Yeah.
like I think some numbers can be juggled.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Especially for small business owners, in order to, or like specific, maybe business owners that are having new ideas, like a new location, that kind of thing. I think there could be maybe some incentives to, waive some of those.
Well,
things
that's
for
what I
the
meant.
first
There
number
are
of
fees
years.
that business owners have that the residents don't have. And
Oh,
a lot
true.
of people that bring their businesses over to Florida, they're like, wait a minute,
Yeah,
what's all
what
this
is
stuff?
this? Yeah,
Mhm.
just archaic. I tried to do
Yeah.
a pop-up. We had money from El Jimador Tequila to do
Yeah.
a 3-month pop-up over here on Church,
Mhm.
where Artisans Table moved in. It was
Yeah.
like to showcase that space because nothing had been in there in years. And the city, the upper people at the city were like, oh yeah, Brandon, we love it. This is great. We'll make it happen. We'll send over some permitting people just to make sure nothing's crazy. We'll make it happen. And it took 4 months to go through permitting to try to get something done. And they were trying to
be like,
for
this is
a
a 3-month pop-up.
It was like a pop-up bar, all
That's
paid
insane.
for. We had tons of cash coming from El Humidor. Hunger Street Tacos was going to be there to do the food.
Yeah.
It was so cool. The furniture was going to be from Washburn Imports.
Yeah.
Nice.
We had
So it never
programming in line.
happened.
We had to give it up just because El Humidor was like, we got to spend this money
Yeah.
this quarter.
Right.
And if this keeps, we
Right.
can't wait anymore. So we had to give it up.
Mhm.
Dang.
And and it's just because of red tape and people just not understanding.
So we need
How to do
we need
things.
to know somebody on the inside for you.
I do now. At the time, I didn't. And I also didn't want to make waves.
Yeah.
I
Sure,
was
sure,
just
sure.
very
Right.
happy that it was happening, but
Mhm.
I should have put my foot
You
down
could've pushed
more.
it
You know, I've talked to Mayor Buddy Dyer before. He talks to me.
John.
Yeah, John. So, if you need any
Uh-huh.
if you need any
didn't know
help
you
with
are.
that, Brennan.
Did
let me
y'all
know.
have him on the show?
Not yet.
Not yet.
He
Well,
actually
hopefully.
sponsored one of our episodes.
No, we didn't.
Inadvertently. Inadvertently.
Without him knowing
Wow.
or
Yeah.
paying.
Yeah,
Or
actually.
paying,
But he is a
actually.
huge sponsor.
But he's a
We're very-
huge
sponsor.
sponsor of
I
our
love
hearts.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so going back to whenever you decided to plant your roots here,
Uh-huh.
do you live in the same area that you're doing your business in? Like, do you live in the districts?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you live downtown.
Yeah, for the longest time I lived in Mills 50,
Okay.
directly behind where St. Matthew's Tavern was,
Mhm.
Oh,
which
okay.
had its own
Oh, yeah.
challenges. And now I'm in College Park.
Cool.
Mhm.
And so you said you rode your bike here today.
I did.
Okay, so
From College Park.
Yes.
from College
Good
Park.
for you.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
That is-
How's the bike traffic?
Not bad. I
Not
know my
bad?
way around. I like to cut through the neighborhoods too, just because there's more tree cover.
Mhm.
So if you have to stop, there's like a little shade.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So you're plugged into this town. You know a lot of restaurants, and so like let's dive into a little bit of some of your favorite things. Like, what
Oh
are like
man, I should have had a list.
what are some
you have
of
an
your
internal
personal
list.
favorite restaurants?
If I'm going out myself,
Yeah,
Yes,
where are you
you.
going?
Yeah.
man, Ziggy's Pizza.
Ooh.
Okay.
Some of the best pizza in town.
Why?
It's
Why?
delicious. They just the crust. They know the crust.
It's all in the crust. I feel like with
Yeah.
pizza.
Yeah, they're chemists apparently because they'll adjust the recipe for the dough depending on humidity and heat.
Hey,
Wow.
So they
That's
just
fascinating.
it's
So
always
they're
the
scientists
same. They are
that make pizza.
scientists. Science.
Yeah.
Science.
Yeah, they're basically
Ziggy's
pizza Tony
Pizza.
Stark.
I mean, that's what beer. That's what brewers
Brewer,
are.
yeah.
They're like
Brewmasters,
nerds.
yeah.
Same. Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, beer nerds.
Beer
Yeah,
nerds.
Beer chemists.
Yep.
Ziggy's Pizza.
Ziggy's,
Ziggy's
and it's
Pizza.
right next to. It's adjoined with Thirsty Topher, which is a craft beer bar, so you can have
Yeah.
craft beer
Ooh.
and a big old fancy pizza with
Okay,
bacon on it.
Ziggy's Pizza.
Ziggy's
Gonna
Pizza.
try that out. What
Delicious.
else? Where else can we go?
I'm biking mentally through the neighborhoods to see what I'm missing.
Okay, let me get you off of your bike real fast.
Okay.
All right. Let me.
How dare you?
It's a
Where
warm
can
day.
I go to see the best live animals?
Live. I was just at Showcase of Citrus.
He has an answer,
Uh-huh.
folks.
Oh, my
which
God.
was super fun. It's over in Claremont,
Off of
so
27.
out of the hoods.
Out of the hood.
Cool.
Next to what's that lake?
Lake
Louisa.
Louisa.
Louisa
Yes.
Park.
Louisa.
Beautiful.
Mhm.
They have capybaras, and you can feed them.
Ooh.
Mhm. And I fed a camel with my mouth.
No way!
Yes.
In Claremont?
We lipped each other.
Did you really? Did you feed him cabbage or lettuce?
Lettuce,
Lettuce?
and,
Nice.
and a carrot,
And a carrot
which
too?
was very suggestive.
Oh my goodness gracious! Did they like go in lips
He
first?
did. It
Like,
was and he had big
those
old
big
hairy
lips.
lips,
Bungalower
which
after
I was
dark.
into.
I know.
Okay, well, thank you for that.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't believe he had an answer.
Oh,
I was-
always. Yeah,
Well
let's-
played.
I'll get you something.
Well
There's
played.
also a place over in Kissimmee. It's the Wildlife Safari Drive.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
I've been there.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think Rob, you had told us about your experience there.
Yes.
And then there's another wildlife thing out towards Sanford as
They're
well.
all over. We're
They're all
lining
over.
up.
We do have
So I
one.
have this new show. The pilot just got accepted, and it's
Yeah, tell us about your show.
It's kind of like it was supposed to be Brendan Tries, but now we've changed the name and it's On the Job, and it's basically Dirty Jobs.
Nice.
To be honest,
Okay.
Yes.
that the network pitched, they just wanted me to do it,
Yeah.
and it's just me trying different things. And
Yeah.
so that's why we did it at Claremont at the Showcase of Citrus. I drove a big monster truck bus.
You got to drive it?
I was so butch.
Oh my
And
gosh.
these shorts actually too.
Oh, the short
Really?
shorts?
Oh my God.
You were just wide open driving?
Yeah, just wide open.
Wide
just
open.
aired it out.
That's all it was just That's all you need to say. And hunting for Sasquatch. And yeah, so now we're lining up the episodes for the season because they just accepted it, and we're gonna do like it's so many animal things.
Yep.
Like Repticon, there's a reptile thing where you get to hold the snake.
You mean like a con for reptiles?
Yeah,
Like a Comic-Con?
yeah,
but for
you got it.
here.
Yeah. But then there's also like a space, like a park for them here. But they also host the con, and I might be able to like milk the vipers.
What?
You know, I
Ooh.
know.
Put 'em in the
Milk 'em?
Ooh. The venom comes
Yeah.
out.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Those
But
viewers.
it looks like a gang symbol.
Don't you go licking any toads though.
No.
You'll wind
I
up
would
on the
do
other
it.
side of the
So
Amazon.
what? Like the show is called. What's it called? What
Safe
is
ones.
it? What's the show called?
On the job.
On the
On the
job.
job.
What's it going to be on?
Very local, which Hearst Television
Yeah.
launched a streaming network, and it's on Roku. 10% of American households will watch it.
I'm
That's
going to
what
watch
they
it.
say.
Yeah.
I have satellite.
Oh.
So I'll
You get
watch
access
it
to
on.
all.
Hey.
I'll watch it on 13.3.
Yeah. I'm sure I can find it on one of the 1600 LG channels on
Yeah.
my
Oh,
TV.
for sure,
I can
for
find
sure.
it.
Just search it. Use that little search button. See what you get.
Where's a place you go to like work outside of your home? Like a nice place.
We have an office,
Sure, but like.
but it's really a storage shed. It's just full of crap
Yeah.
right now. I got a gavel from an old mayor in there. Like I don't like that's the time. It's just weird.
Yeah.
That's a show in itself.
It
Yeah.
should be like what's
in the
Brendan's
office?
What's in his storage shed?
What's in the office?
I don't know what's in my office.
I'll
I'm a
host
little
that one for you.
nervous
That's
to
on
see what's
Netflix.
in there. My reindeer bike used to be in there too.
Oh gosh.
What? Tangent. Safe words pineapple. I do this in bingo. If I go off on tangents, if you say pineapple,
Pineapple.
it'll shock
It'll
me
get you
right
right
back.
back
Oh
in.
yeah,
You will
right
maybe
there.
say that.
That's
You
Oh,
should have told us at the
entire
beginning. I would have
time.
said it the whole show.
Oh, good. Now
Pineapple.
you know. Yeah.
Pineapple.
We do it like if I'm smoking a little weed when I'm hosting bingo.
Gotcha,
We need,
gotcha.
we
Pineapple.
need the safe word.
Yeah,
Well,
you need to say
we're
that.
not going to touch on the upside down pineapples on this podcast. That'll
Oh.
be next. That'll be next
Okay.
week. Yeah.
Where do I go to work? That's
Yeah, like
outside
what's a
home?
great quiet place?
I think the Melrose Center at the library is pretty great.
Ooh, yeah.
And there's like a little test thing you have to do, a workshop before you go in, so there's no homeless people in the Melrose Center.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a speakeasy for no homeless.
Do you like walk
What's
up
the
to
test?
it? Do you
What's
walk
the
up to a
test?
door and they just like slide open this thing? They're like,
It's very
What's your
Wizard of
address?
Oz. Yeah.
Really?
A wizard. Yeah. No, you have to just do a workshop.
That's cool.
Yeah. He had like a little seminar.
That's
Thing
it.
that you
And
can
then you
skip all the questions.
have to do that every time you go there, or you can you
just
have to like
once, and
Oh,
then you're
okay.
cleared, and it shows on your library card that you've done the
That you're
workshop,
not
and then you're
homeless.
allowed in.
I've never
Yeah.
been there.
Oh, it's cool. They
I've
have,
never been there.
you know, not to get in trouble with your hosts here, but
Yeah.
they have like free equipment.
oh,
that you
free
can
podcast
check
equipment.
out. Yeah,
Keep talking.
everything.
nice.
Mhm.
I hope you're taking
The
notes.
screen just goes black.
State of the art. Yeah. Everything shuts down. That'll get edited out for sure. Melrose Center's good. You know, there's some good coffee shops. Deeply Coffee just around the corner
yeah.
is fun. I like the aesthetic. Stardust Video Coffee in Audubon Park if you want
Yeah.
to see some hippies.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
I've actually been there. That's a really cool space.
It is cool.
It's like
Hippie.
really nice and quiet. Well, I am kind of a hippie.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
why I've been there.
right?
Yeah.
You were
Hippie
plugged into
adjacent.
downtown for a while.
I
too.
was
Like,
plugged into
Didn't you
downtown.
work down here?
I worked down here for a little while. Yeah.
Do y'all not work downtown anymore?
Well, now we're all in
We're
real
all
estate.
over
We
the
work
place.
everywhere now.
You
Yeah.
know how you just drive.
Yeah.
We just drive all over.
Yeah.
But now we're coming down here more often.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
whenever we were doing activities in another space, we were doing a lot of kind of
Milk District.
Milk District. We
Yeah,
were
we
on
were
Milk
there.
District quite a bit.
Heard
shot there
some
over
good
the-
spots in the Milk District.
Yeah. They have their-
Stasio's Italian Deli.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Isn't that where we just was that where Cameron said?
Stasio.
Stasios? Did you say Stasios?
Yeah.
The sandwich
Stasios!
place.
That's the one.
They've got
Yeah, we
famous
had a
meatball
guest
stuff.
on here.
This is
That's
the
my
second plug.
It's my go-to is their meatball thing.
That's literally what he said, and then he went there to get us up.
Yay.
And they
Have
heard
to
the
sponsor our
podcast. He got a
episode.
free shirt. They gave him a free shirt.
Oh, I love
Stasios,
it.
thank you so much for sponsoring this episode.
Yeah, they do.
Really
They should. This is
appreciate
like
Putting you on the map.
it's a private ad for Stasios
You're
every
gonna
time.
need a
they-
second location.
It's a little family. They know what they're doing.
They do.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
They're
yeah,
so
yeah.
nice. Yeah.
But I
They
hear
all
the
kinda
meatball
flirt
sub
when
is
I
out
go
of
in
this
there.
world, so we all got to try it.
Meatball sub. And then they have a Taylor ham breakfast sandwich if you're like a Northeaster.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
It's like a back bacon.
Back bacon.
It's a ham. It's a salty ham.
The back of the pig?
Sure.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know
the
where I've
like the
heard
shoulder,
of it.
maybe?
Yeah.
So, what are some big plans
But-
coming up?
Big what?
Big plans.
Oh
What-
man,
what
for
work?
us.
Yeah.
Yeah, for you guys.
We're gonna overhaul our monthly magazine into a newspaper,
Okay.
which I'm very excited
Oh,
that's
about.
cool.
That's a big thing. More events. We're launching like a dinner club for our members. We're all about our members, so we're trying to
Right.
engage our members as much as possible. You know, just to
Yeah.
keep them engaged in their city.
What does a membership cost?
$20 one time, annually. $20 a year.
That's it.
That's
Yeah.
it. That
$20 a
is
year?
So cheap.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I'll
you
be a
and
member.
you with that, like
Oh,
you
yeah.
could get a Solar Bear tickets for $5 the game
What?
on game day, or
What a deal.
Ravenous Pig. You get happy hour any day,
It's a
any
keychain.
time
You
of
get
the
a
day.
keychain, right?
Yeah, you show your keychain. I'll see if I have one for you in my backpack.
Oh my goodness
That's
gracious.
incredible.
That's so
Yeah.
freaking
$20 a
cool.
year.
20
What a
bucks.
deal.
Okay,
Get
so-
an extra card at bingo when I host bingo at Tactical
What?
Brewing every Tuesday. Yeah.
Okay,
We're
so
always
you
adding
said,
stuff.
You said Tactical Brewing does bingo.
Yes.
Do you host any other bingo things or any other events
Just
around town?
that. We were sponsoring another person's bingo.
Mhm.
Taffy Pinkerbox, Doug
Oh, yeah.
Bowser, who passed away last
Yeah.
August.
Yeah.
And so we really started that just because he lost all his gigs during the pandemic and he wasn't like actively trying to find more jobs. And I was like, you need to work. Why don't we just
Oh.
sponsor a bingo night for you? And we did it at Persimmon Hollow, which they could socially distance. And
Yeah.
and it did great. And I would sometimes pop into drag with him
yeah.
too, just for fun. And it was always, he never did it very seriously. He was kind of famously known as like the ugliest drag queen
Yeah.
in Florida.
I think I could beat that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Pretty sure I could beat that.
Yeah,
I
you
don't know.
could.
You got the little
No,
nose.
he looks weird
I
when he's
do.
dressed up. I've seen it. He looks super weird.
You've done it before?
Well, I'm a theater major, so
Uh-huh.
like on makeup day, we have to do like a drag day. Like
Okay.
that's like one of our assignments.
You have to?
Yeah, and I did it.
Indoctrination.
Yeah. And it
Gay
was,
agenda.
Yeah.
You know.
It was hideous.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
It was hideous.
Maybe it was just your painting skills.
You know
Oh,
what?
could
It
be.
very well could have been.
Yeah.
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 It takes a long time.
It does.
I'm just getting confident with what I look like now.
Have you heard of the slogan "Putting paint on a pig"?
Uh-huh. uh-huh.
You know, I'm not saying anything, but
There's
this is one
something to
sexy
that.
swine. You know what I mean?
Nothing wrong with being a painted piggy.
No, not at
You
all.
know,
Not
they'll
at all.
still put money in your 6 titties.
Oh.
Doesn't
You
matter.
can milk 'em. You can
If you're
milk 'em.
funny.
Oh my goodness
You
gracious!
find me an audience, point me in the
Yeah.
direction. I'll go.
Speaking of the Milk District, so
So I took it over. He
Oh.
passed away. I took
Pineapple.
it over. It was only supposed to
Pineapple.
be pineapple. It was only supposed to be for a month or two.
And here you are.
Yeah, it's been almost a year.
Oh
So it
my
just
goodness,
keeps going.
cool.
And it's packed. Like
Every
it's
night.
so busy. And I keep saying, like, if people stop going, then I'll just stop doing it.
But-
and I will reclaim my day.
Right.
Yeah. Tuesdays are all bingo.
that's
The whole
awesome, though.
that's so fun.
That is fun.
it
I love
is fun.
bingo.
It's not just for memberships. It's anybody.
Anybody can come.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you have a keychain, you get an extra card and you also get a discount at the brewery. So
Okay.
yeah.
And one more time, tell everybody how they're going to be able to become a member.
Sure. Go to bungalower.com/support -us or just hit the membership tab.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you are at Orlando Bungalower, correct?
Yeah, on Instagram.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
That
Yeah.
blew up recently over COVID, right? Like I feel like your account like doubled in size.
We did good. We
You
did
did great.
It kind
You
of
did great.
Whenever there's like a disaster, I just
Oh, you
kind of
double
knuckle
it
down and,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we
Well,
get
there's
tons-
opportunity there, right?
Yeah.
And you guys seized it. It was
Yeah,
cool.
well, nobody covers it in the way that, like, when
No.
you're. We notice it during hurricanes. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's really
The more eyes are on the screens, you know.
yeah. Everyone's looking for facts. Like,
Mhm.
what am I supposed to be doing? Where do I go? And
Right.
a lot of media agencies will just like write about it on their website and leave it. You know,
Right.
and that's it. And but they weren't going to Instagram, which is where kind of everybody is.
where we all are.
Mhm.
So we just kind of leaned into that, and then resharing other people's experiences during the storm. That was huge for us. Just in this most recent hurricane, you know, when we were getting footage of people swimming in Lake
Yeah,
Eola,
right. That was
like
insane.
that was crazy, and we were sharing
You were
that,
down
and then
there, yeah,
everyone
yeah.
else was sharing our stuff and following us.
That's
and-
cool.
Oh yeah,
I found myself doing that. We were all watching the news 'cause that's what
Uh-huh.
you do during the hurricane. I was like, they shot the 4 same cameras and
Just
they're talking about the same
talking
stuff. And then I got on
heads,
Instagram. I was like, oh, everybody,
Everywhere.
these people are there.
Yeah.
And I was just,
Yeah.
I was just on
Yeah.
my phone. And I was like, this is way more.
it's kind of weird though, because people, I think we're missing an education bit. I think I really need to drive home that it's not our footage, because people get really like with the bear. You know,
Oh,
Right.
the bear,
Yeah.
yes.
we were getting all these shots of the bear as it made its way through town.
Yeah.
And then people started accusing us of chasing the bear
Yeah.
to get the footage. And I was like, bitch, it says right there who took the
Yeah,
video.
no, we're not. We're
Photographs
sitting at
by-
home just reposting it.
Right? Well,
Who
you can
chases
see
bears?
it. Yeah, and like, how dare you? It's your. And then they started saying we killed it. The one in College Park. It was our fault that it got hit by a car because we chased it through town. And I was like, I'm not
Media.
doing nothing, lady. I'm just sharing this photo.
And you watched it, lady. So obviously it was.
I mean, the internet is a wild place.
Oh,
It
man.
is a
It
wild
is.
place.
It's a wild place where accusations are
said.
thrown.
Yep.
And it's a wild west.
It's a wild place. I just
But
keep
you-
picturing you dressed as a woman right now. By the way, a really ugly one.
Oh.
I do.
Do you like it? Or in the
No, not
image?
Rob. No.
No.
Well,
He
okay,
looks
so
weird.
for
Maybe like
Halloween,
that pirate
I guess
winch
I was in
vibe.
drag recently because, like, for Halloween, my girlfriend and I went as each other. I went
Oh,
dressed as
yeah.
her,
Uh-huh.
and she went
That's what.
dressed
That's
as
my
me.
picture because I was like, it was.
Yeah.
I was like, you look
And
weird.
she's got red hair. so
y'all
I had
like
this
twinning?
red- What's that?
Oh, she has red hair?
She has
Yeah.
red hair,
Okay.
and she loves Ariana Grande. So I had a big, oversized Ariana Grande T-shirt and bicycle shorts, and
Didn't look right.
it didn't look right.
No.
No,
How did you feel?
free.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, my
You've been
God.
awesome, dude.
Yeah,
Thanks for
Brendan,
coming on.
thank you so
It's
so
over?
much. It's done.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my
it,
gosh.
man.
I know. I know.
Yeah,
We that's why I said we talked for 2 hours.
We talk
but then
and we just we
people
talk
turn
about
it
our
off.
lives and what you're doing and
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having
thank
me.
you so
Oh my
much for
God,
being
thank
here.
you.
We're going to have to have you on our show because I didn't learn anything about you.
Anytime.
Anytime we're
We're
available.
better as a group, but we're really good separately.
Yeah,
too.
we still
Yeah, for
can
sure.
Heard that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Safety in numbers, right?
Safety in numbers.
You're
We still
awesome.
on?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
There's just
still-
hello. But Brendan, thank you so much, man.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. Have a great rest of the day.